moving forward.
Tonight, one of the world's richest and most powerful men slams Delaware. Plus, a local beach town fires its police chief, and it may soon be easier for Delaware seniors to get medical marijuana. We'll tell you more about that. Those stories and much more straight ahead tonight on DETV News. Hello and welcome to DETV News. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks for being with us tonight. Making headlines today. In a significant legal development, a Delaware judge ruled on Tuesday that Tesla CEO Elon Musk is not entitled to a landmark compensation package potentially exceeding $55 billion. This following a shareholder lawsuit spanning over 5 years. The lawsuit accused Musk and Tesla directors of breaching duties, resulting in waste of corporate assets and unjust enrichment for Musk. The judge deemed Musk a controlling shareholder with potential conflicts of interest, stating that the compensation plan's approval process was deeply flawed and ordered the rescission of Musk's pay package. Defense attorneys argued that the plan was fairly negotiated, had lofty performance milestones, and was approved by shareholders. The decision has sparked considerable attention, with analysts calling it unprecedented and a significant legal victory for the shareholder plaintiff. Elon Musk, who recently challenged Tesla's board for a new compensation plan, criticized Delaware for company incorporation, recommending instead Nevada or Texas. And in other news, Wilmington police are investigating after a body was found this morning, Wednesday, near train tracks on the city's west side. Police were at the scene early this morning at West 3rd and Hawley Streets. Police confirmed it was a death investigation and said further details would be released shortly. We'll keep you posted there. And now to Sussex County with a recent legal development, a lawsuit filed by former Sussex Central High School student Ayanna Harmon, alleging privacy violations, has been dismissed by a Delaware Superior Court judge against the school and Indian River School District. However, claims against former Principal Bradley Layfield and former Assistant Principal Matthew Jones, those persist, with Harmon's lawyers intending to refile after uncovering more information on the school district's role in this incident. The lawsuit, you may recall, centered around allegations that images of Harmon's exposed breast during an altercation were shared as a meme among school personnel, this leading to Layfield's termination. And the court determined the school and district were not liable for the alleged actions. And 3 teens are facing charges of firing a gun outside the Holloway Terrace Fire Hall near Newcastle earlier this month. While no injuries were reported, Newcastle County Police said an occupied home was struck during the January 13th incident. Two 17-year-olds and a 16-year-old have each been charged with 4 felony counts of reckless endangering, several weapons offenses, and other crimes. After their arrest, police found a .40 caliber handgun and 2 9mm handguns, one with no serial number on it. The teens from Middletown and Townsend area were not named by police. They were arraigned and committed Tuesday to the Newcastle County Detention Center. Police say people were leaving a birthday party on the 13th when a large group of uninvited individuals had arrived. One member of the uninvited group fired a shot at one of the birthday party guests and then fled with 2 others in a car. The bullet missed the one person, but it struck a nearby home, traveling into that home's kitchen and striking an interior wall. Through investigations, police were able to arrest all 3 teens fleeing in that car. And a 34-year-old man from Newark has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for murder and related charges connected to the fatal shooting of Andre Hickson in Wilmington during the summer of 2020. Timothy Thomas, who pled guilty last October, was already incarcerated on unrelated charges when arrested in 2022 for Hickson's shooting death. The Delaware Attorney General's office reported that the altercation leading to the shooting occurred at an auto repair facility where Thomas was in a dispute with Hickson, and he pulled out a gun and fatally shot him. The sentencing also resolves around additional charges against Thomas, including strangulation, assault, malicious interference, and theft of a motor vehicle. And a little further downstate, a 55-year-old Felton man has been charged with beating his wife to death while he was high on methamphetamines. Leon Reynolds was arrested early Friday morning after he called 911 to report his 55-year-old wife, Virginia Reynolds, was unconscious. Reynolds first told police his wife fell in the shower before he then admitted to beating her, police say. She was found unresponsive with several injuries to her body and taken to a nearby hospital. There, she was pronounced dead. And hospital staff told police she had suffered 17 broken ribs and 2 lacerations to her head. He was charged with first-degree murder and jailed on $1 million cash bond. And the town of Bethany Beach has announced the dismissal of Police Chief Michael Redman and his captain Darren Cathell, this following an investigation into the potential misuse of federal and state grant funds for overtime payments. Initiated in mid-August of 2023, the probe revealed possible criminal activity, prompting the town to involve federal and state law enforcement. The investigation found no implication of other police department employees in the misuse of funds. The Bethany Beach Town Council expressed surprise and sadness over their dismissals, particularly noting the shock among officers not involved in the misconduct. The announcement follows Chief Redman's earlier arrest on DUI charges back in May of last year. A law which would allow Delawareans ages 65 or older to obtain a medical marijuana card without their doctor's approval. It passed the State House late last week. House Bill 285, sponsored by Ed Osinski, who has championed marijuana in the state legislature, eventually passed with a vote of 25 yes and 10 no votes, with all 20 votes against the bill coming from Republicans. And in a significant move to preserve a piece of its historical heritage, the city of Wilmington has recently acquired the deteriorating 1880s-era Gibraltar Mansion. The mansion stands along Pennsylvania Avenue on an over 6-acre property. It was constructed by John Rodney Brinkle. He was actually the grandnephew of Caesar Rodney and Delaware's first governor. The estate includes a stone mansion, greenhouse, service building, and more. Over the years, the property has fallen into disrepair, facing issues such as graffiti, shattered windows, and a deteriorating roof. Wilmington Mayor Mike Przicki, now the property's owner, expressed his sadness over the mansion's decline. Various buyers have attempted to repurpose the mansion into a wedding venue, hotel, or other ventures, but the property was ultimately sold to the city for $900,000. The mansion has been on the National Register of Historic Places since 1998. And Delaware State Treasurer Colleen Davis will be absent from meetings and events in the coming weeks as she undergoes a preventative bilateral mastectomy due to genetic mutations, increasing her risk of breast and ovarian cancer. Despite these health challenges, Davis, who successfully recovered from ovary removal last year, says she remains dedicated to serving Delawareans and aims to rejoin her team very soon. The Democratic candidate for Delaware's lone U.S. House seat, Davis urges others to prioritize their health and expresses gratitude and understanding and support. She was re-elected treasurer in 2022, and we certainly wish her the very best. And before we go tonight, firefighting is often a family tradition, and the Kurland family of Wilmington here are one of the strongest examples of that kind of dedication and service. The city of Wilmington announced on Wednesday the retirement of Battalion Chief Dennis Kurland, concluding his remarkable 45-year career with the Wilmington Fire Department. The Kurland family's connection to the department dates back to its establishment in 1921, with at least one family member consistently on the roster. Dennis Kurland's grandfather, Deputy Chief Michael J. Kurland Sr., He made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty back in 1955. Following Curlin's retirement, a series of promotions within the fire department ensued. Eric Haley, a veteran of 21 years with service, has ascended to the role of battalion chief. Lawrence Hines earned a promotion to captain, while firefighter Peter Vincent now holds the rank of lieutenant. From all of us here at DETV, we want to thank their family for their service and dedication to the city of Wilmington. Making headlines today, parking meters are being uprooted throughout the city of Wilmington to make way for parking kiosks. The rollout will take place in phases. Touchscreen kiosks were installed on the riverfront back in December as a test run of this new system. Well, this week, kiosks will be installed in 44 locations throughout the downtown business district. Old meter heads will be removed, and the new kiosks will accept coins, credit cards, or payment through the Park mobile app. Motorists can also pay by text message. And also this week, the cost of a parking ticket in the city of Wilmington has been lowered from $40 to $25 for those who pay the ticket within 14 days of its issue. Mayor Mike Perzicki said that this decision was one of convenience. And the Red Clay Consolidated School District had reached an agreement with the U.S. Department of Education to resolve anti-Semitic harassment. In June of 2023, a female student from an undisclosed school filed a complaint with the Office for Civil Rights that she had been subject to a hostile environment, including swastikas drawn on her desk and students giving her a Hitler salute. In a 15-page letter to the district dated January 29th, the OCR outlined its investigation and recommendations. The inquiry found that while the district responded to most harassing incidents, these responses were inconsistently enforced and did not include timely steps to mitigate the effects of the harassment to the student or other students. In a statement, Red Clay Superintendent Darrell Green said the district has begun an audit of its systems and processes and will continue to work with the Office of Civil Rights. And the Christina Cultural Arts Center unveiled its new Innovation Center in a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Wednesday. The center is equipped with cutting-edge technology, including several computers, a smart board, and inspirational artwork adoring the freshly painted walls. The purpose of the center is to foster innovation and digital accessibility throughout the community.
We wanted to be a gateway for exploration, collaboration, and all the limitless possibilities there for our youth.
Across the country, kids have fallen behind. They're almost a full grade behind in many cases. And our children are fare worse than kids in better off financial environments, you know. So it is so critical that everybody put their shoulder to the wheel and try to get our kids back on track.
Turning to other news now, a 27-year-old man who was shot inside a Wilmington home early Monday has been charged with burglary and criminal mischief. Police said an investigation into the shooting on East 6th Street found that the resident of the home shot the suspect while in the act of breaking in. The man was listed in stable condition. Ismail Jules Abati was also found to be wanted in Tennessee. The resident who shot Jules Abachi will not face charges, according to police. And quick action by firefighters limited the damage in a house fire Wednesday night in the Penn Acre subdivision. The fire in the 200 block of Morrison Avenue was reported just before 8 p.m. Arriving units reported smoke coming from the garage. The fire was put out before reaching the house. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire is currently under investigation. And a former administrator of Tower Hill School, William Ushler, is seeking a reduction in his 9-year prison sentence for child porn charges. In a hearing on Friday, Ushler's attorney will argue before a judge that the sentence was unjust and based on untrue statements by prosecutors. Last year, he pleaded guilty to dealing child pornography and sexual solicitation of a child, with prosecutors originally seeking a 15-year sentence. The defense called for the legal minimum, citing Ushler's acceptance of responsibility and untreated mental health issues. The motion to reduce the sentence alleges that Deputy Attorney General Eric Town made false, irrelevant, and inflammatory statements during the hearing, impacting Ushler's constitutional protections. Town contends that the evidence supports Ushler's inappropriate conduct with minors and argues that the defense motion missed a mandatory filing deadline. And the Delaware Office of Animal Welfare has rescued 76 animals from alleged inhumane conditions in a Felton mobile home. The office says that they found the animals living in cramped and unsanitary conditions in the mobile home after receiving a call from police regarding possible animal cruelty. Animal welfare officers say they discovered 66 small breed dogs, 9 cats, and 1 bird. The Office of Animal Welfare says the dogs were found huddled together, covered in feces, urine, and filth. The animals were safely removed and taken to Brandywine Valley SPCA Animal Rescue down in Georgetown, where they are currently receiving care and being assessed. The Department of Animal Services says the investigation is ongoing, of course, and criminal charges are pending. The Brandywine Valley SPCA is asking for the public's assistance in meeting this emergency need, and those interested in helping can visit their website. And there appears to be a historical mystery to solve in Kent County after 28 unmarked burials were recently discovered. According to Delaware's Division of Historical and Cultural Affairs, the date of the burials is unknown, but likely prior to the 1870s. The division is trying to now connect the dots and find out if anyone alive today is related to those buried at this site. Construction currently surrounds the discovery site. The Division of Historical and Cultural Affairs asks anyone who has any reason to believe that they may be the descendants of these individuals or have evidence that their relatives are buried in this unmarked cemetery should contact the director. Their address is 29 North State Street in Dover. You can also call 302-736-7400 Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. And listen to this, coyote sightings are reportedly surging here in the First State, and because of these increased sightings, it's fueling discussions about potential changes to the existing hunting regulations established back in 2014. While neighboring states like Maryland allow people to hunt coyotes at any time, Delaware restricts these activities to daylight hours during season unless an immediate threat is present. The Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control says coyotes are what they call opportunistic feeders, posing threats to livestock and small animals. The Delaware State Sportsman Association points out that the absence of natural predators contributes to the escalating coyote population, arguing that hunters need to be able to deal with them at night, stating that one of the reasons the number is growing is because by only being able to hunt legally during the day, they're sleeping. They're not out during the day since they're nocturnal animals. DENREC has not confirmed any plans for changes. Coyotes have only recently appeared here in Delaware, with DENREC attributing their gradual migration into the state to its unique geography as a peninsula. DENREC notes that coyotes have been present here in the First State for at least a decade now, making it actually the last state to witness the establishment of a coyote population. Now, DENREC offers a few tips to minimize encounters with coyotes. They are: it is crucial not to feed them, and homeowners are advised to keep bird feeders out of reach, as coyotes are attracted to bread, table scraps, and even seeds. Also, you're going to want to ensure the secure closure of your garbage containers around your home. And in case of a coyote encounter, officials suggest that you can scare them away by chasing or simply shouting at them. And in other news, the Brandywine 100 Library on Falk Road in North Wilmington is now closed, but not to worry, it will reopen in about 3 months' time. The closure is to allow for major infrastructure and mechanical work. The library is scheduled to remain closed until May while the roof and HVAC systems are replaced. Newcastle County officials say the system is over 20 years old and it is not capable of properly heating and cooling the building. The new HVAC system will be more energy efficient and provide improved air quality. In a captivating kickoff to their Black History Month program titled Still I Rise, the Wilmington Public Library welcomed the renowned rapper Common to a packed crowd of over 350 attendees. Common, who was there to promote his new book, engaged with fans through autograph signings and receiving gifts from Delaware locals. His message focused on the importance of better health, clean living, and imparting the wisdom to a younger generation. The program boasts an impressive lineup of speakers this month, including comedian and actress Amanda Seales, poet Sonia Sanchez, musician Talib Kweli, attorney Benjamin Crump, and the phenomenal ballet dancer Misty Copeland. Highlighting the events is the Soul Food Sunday Brunch featuring actor Courtney B. Vance and famed psychologist Robin L. Smith. For more details on these enriching Black History Month events, visit wilmington.lib.de.us. And we want to send a big congratulations to our friends over at the Wilmington Library. Jamar and Carl, you guys are doing fantastic things over there. Thank you. And finally tonight, it appears Tesla CEO Elon Musk is making good on his threat to transfer incorporation from Delaware down to Texas. One of the world's richest men, Musk, was apparently upset with the Tuesday decision from Delaware Judge Kathleen McCormick to void his $55 billion pay package. After posting to X, formerly known as Twitter, to, quote, never incorporate in the first state, Musk had a poll asking whether he should stay or go. Well, more than 1 million people responded, with 87% of them voting to leave Delaware. Musk declared earlier today, Thursday, that he would immediately hold a shareholder vote to transfer. Texas is currently the home of Tesla's corporate headquarters. And that's going to do it for tonight's edition of DETV News. For news anytime, check out our website, detvch.com, and be sure to follow us across your favorite social media platforms at DETV. For tonight's news, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you again right here next week. Take care.